The Bitcoin dominance clearly before was just that, dominant. On the 4th of November 2015, just a random date, 91.21% of the cryptocurrencies. Ripple at 2.3, Litecoin at 2.8 back then, Ethereum 0.9 was Ethereum is over 30 now, Bitcoin under 40. And Bitcoin's been going up since this last decline, falling from about 86% now down to 38, while other alternate coins kicking ass, outperforming Bitcoin. And welcome. Today is Saturday, the 17th day of June 2017. Let's take a look at a bunch of these cryptocurrencies, and all the information presented are my ideas, what I think, what I am doing, anything you decide to do. It's your own risk, your own reward. And without further ado, let's start this within the daily Bitcoin chart. 25.52 is the current price action in US fiat dollars, and price action, message of the market. What are we seeing in here as we've had this fall lower, and it's continuing to go up. And this is the first time within this run from the $900 lows in which it has had a decent amount of time below the 18 lows. But since that point, the follow through on this day, you can call it an up day from that point, or a cattail candle, small up day and small up day. And if you're looking to buy and you think, well, I realize it's going up, it doesn't have a bullish pattern, to say the least, short term, but it sure as heck does long term. And what's the reason people are buying these things? Is it because they might realize something about the fiat currency? Maybe they're educated, or maybe they've just lost confidence in it. They see the markets going higher. Participant rates keep on going larger. And when you say stuff like this to yourself, you're analyzing, you're putting things together, you're researching. And the more and more stuff you're able to do like this, and the better, that makes you an advantage player within what I call the gambling game. And that's when you put up risk of equity to win more equity in anything of uncertain odds. Uncertainty is defined as something that's not 0 or 100% likely to happen, which is almost everything. So therefore, what's going to give you the best return? And right now, trading these cryptos, even if you're just not that good at it, you're not good at trading, but you bought and it's going up, you can win, because it's at the time we're just playing this game is profitable. And it really doesn't matter for the most part which coins you pick. If you just picked one or two, then maybe you got unlucky to pick the wrong ones. But if you just pick a dart or shoot a dart and just pick one code, it's probably going to win for you. That's how this game has been playing. So we see this movement down in here. Yeah, of course I want to see movement up here, and I'll be waiting for that. But let's take a look at this short term 4-hour time frame. And well, how you doing? Look at this pattern. Establishing this little area here, coming back, band starting to go higher, which means short term, hey, the setups are starting to look pretty good. This point going lower, it resisted the band, then boom, fell. After this point going lower, it resisted the band, managed to make a higher low, and now over the last 3 periods is showing signs of reverting the trend over. Weekly chart, and it's obviously in a major uptrend. It's pretty much gotten past this consolidation period. Long one, very volatile, but that's what these things are. So if you think, oh, this 13,000 next year stuff is crazy, that can't do that. It's a crazy world. It's a crazy market. And quite frankly, if that's what it is, you're betting on the underdog to think something that's been crazy will stop being crazy. You know, crazy like Ethereum, which has been just that. Beautiful move since this 2017 bottom up, side. And this is the market or message for a lot of it, or the story. Maybe it's not a side, maybe waves movement. Maybe it goes down to the band and then comes up. Like in here. And notice for a couple periods, it is riding the 18 average of highs. Oh, what have I been telling you? In a bull market, when you leave this band starting to rise higher, yeah, probably going to keep going a bit more higher as well from that point. Ethereum on the Bitcoin cross, though, it's sideways. I mean, clear range. About 13 on the bottom end. So clear. Resistance, 2 levels. So clear. Roughly here. At about 14.6, just quickly looking at it. And then this one here as well as levels to break. When you're in these ranges, I mean, it's almost impossible to tell how long it's going to take before it breaks out. But these markets have been doing upside, or up, down, because markets correct either one of two ways, either through price or through time. And this is what we're doing. We're in the middle of a time correction. When we look at this on the daily time frame, it's been a few days. We can see the time correction in here. Look how long this one was. Quite long. And this has got still some time or a little bit of price down action to reach this 18 average band. But what happened when it broke this resistance? Yeah, good gain. What happened when it broke here, here? It does it all the time when it breaks key resistance points. Ethereum Classic, ETC, on its daily time frame, we see the sideways consolidation, but the patterns that I'm looking for, break above here, qualifies, because you come up to this high, make a new level after a beautiful move, and that's what they all do. So you're looking to get the next one. And then you have a nice price correction down here, some sideways consolidation, but beautiful support in here. Band is in a rising format. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for momentum, breaking a high kind of look with a rising 18 average and the price above it. And that would all qualify with price action over this 8 number. Dash is next on its daily. Man, a lot of this sideways action with the newly rising 18 average, but I love how this support has been part of this big resistance field. And support and resistance is so noticeable. Hello, what do you think the resistance number is? Did you get the answer? It's 70. How about support? Did you get that answer? It's 42. You break resistance. We got this rising 18 average. It's already in play. I'm already long as it is within such, but it expect some good momentum when this thing is north of 70 though. Next up is ZEC or Zcash, and it's having a nice little run in here where it had its up move sideways. I've talked about this. Oh, there's the leaving of the 18 average band. Oh yeah, how you doing? Where was it before? Right in here. It's only went up a little bit. But this is a very tough one to call from this stage. If you're holding and you're going long, like in the case I am, okay, so be it. I've got gains on practically everything, or on everything that I bought. But this thing could very easily could come back to here, I think. And it could very easily continue its up move because it hasn't been that much up yet. It's been a resistance test and doing very well within the previous mark. So it's overall bullish, but short term difficult to get a read on. Moving on to Litecoin, and wow, has this thing been looking good? I said yesterday it'd be a pretty good idea or to get in on this, but only pretty good. It was starting to look good, and I sure as heck didn't expect this. And you never know what to expect, but you realize as it's breaking through, you have the potential to be going higher. Now it's gotten 2 good green candles above this 18 average. Still a little bit from this point, but this is where you want to know, where's the 61.8 Fibonacci? I only want to see it from this high to this low. And this is the 4-hour time frame. So there we have it. We have that high that we can see and that beautiful rally with using this time frame in here What was the clear resistance? A little bit in here. So obviously this on this time frame we could see sure as heck worked out great. Anywhere in this area in here when you've seen that it was holding it well. But as far as the key numbers concerned, it is overextended well, although it's had this nice correctionary phase lifting off. Maybe you can go up probably to where that key numbers that I'm looking at. Let's just see what we got. Let's just put 220 in as a high, and the most clear low is basically, well, we'll just do the even 100. 135, 163, so it's pretty much there. Is 100 the right number? 97.5. I know it's not going to make much of a difference, but yeah, it's pretty much 220. So 162, 133. So it's pretty much at that key level. So what I'm probably going to be doing is looking to put a buy order in, probably around the 130, 124 mark. In the just in case situation. Now, within such, I'm looking at this number here. Of course, maybe a pierce below. And then, of course, if it happens to top, key numbers here, 119, 135, which always works out that way. But that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to top, because when you see an up move and then this little sideways, a small green candle on that red one, followed up with a nice green candle well above it, but only decently above it, again, you could easily be testing some of these higher levels as the momentum is towards the upside. And with a lot of these cryptos, they can just keep going up and up before they have a great correction. And the greater the up move, usually the greater the correction. Next up is Monero. I'm not going to go over much on this, but it's got the little curvy shape, however you want to talk about that, and rising 18 average. With all of these up and down moves, definitely choppy. So the only two things I can say about this, it's a long-term play, or if you're damn good at playing a choppy market, this is for you. This is Ripple. I'm staying away from this. The only way I want any part of this right now is maybe a buy order in here, and the keyword for that is just maybe. In the downtrend, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And let's finish it off with an XBY. I'm not going to put any charts up, but this thing is being bought up right now. The cheapest on Cryptopia you can buy is $13.88. On the cryptocurrency exchange, C/CEX, you can buy for $12.96. Well, cheaper there. And you could sell for $12.90. Where on Yobit, YOBIT, you can buy for $13.07. So the price action is pretty much at around 13. And a long time ago, not that long ago, I stated, you know, there's a great bullish pattern. I gave like an ascending triangle formation where it was looked like it was going to break that 250, and I had an up target for 5. It actually went to 725. But as far as the trade was concerned, 100% gain, success. And then it went down to 250. And I put out a video, which was a free giveaway that day. I gave out 1,000 or 500 rather XBY. And it didn't take long to go from 250 quite high, because a little after that, it was around 1,500, and I put a video out stating, I'll give you 4 choices. It's either going to just maybe correct, just go sideways for a bit, either a deep or an extreme down correction, or it's just going to go way up to 15. And that's what it did. It went way up. It touched 17, 16, but that's a correct call. And at 15, when it stabilized in that area, it was pretty much at that top. And, well, it did go down to 750. So, therefore, the chance to get back cheap after you sell high. So it's basically going to be back again to this as far as where do we have our next? And by the way, this is resistance test at 750 before, by the way. So let me clarify that out. Because after it went down to 250, it went up to 750. Then I made the video. So now any move approaching 16, which is pretty much what it's doing now, it's now at that, oh yeah, what next? So the same 4 things I said then are in play again at this time. Same thing. And that means that if it's not going to be resistance at 16, fast move to 3,000. So thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.